Interesting story. People ask me often, when was the first time I decided I wanted to be an attorney? A lot of people reach that conclusion when they're later in life, when they're in college or when they're in high school. For me, I was 5 years old. I came downstairs to get a drink of water, and in the kitchen were my parents, who owned a business at the time, speaking with their attorney about some legal issues. I was so impressed by this guy and the fact that he was taking the time and speaking with my parents and helping them at this time of night. I remember walking down the hall that night and saying, that's what I'm going to be when I grow up as an attorney. And from that moment, it stuck. I grew up in Emerson, New Jersey, nice suburb of Bergen County. I didn't move out of the town I grew up in. I was the youngest of 4 boys. My parents worked very hard to make sure we were all educated, all went to college and graduate school. My parents were business owners, educated all of us so we didn't have to go that path and work 6 days a week for 40 years. And one of the reasons why I became an attorney is to help people like my parents achieve the American dream. I've been working since 1990. I've been at some of New Jersey's largest firms. I've worked in New York City, and I've been at some small firms as well. And I think one of the biggest reasons why I came to the Scura firm and why I like it, and I've been here for almost 20 years, is I wanted to be at a firm that felt more like a family and less like a business. And that's what the Scura firm is about. And not only do we treat each other like that, but that's how we treat our clients as well. I try to speak to them and not at them. I work with them, and I don't necessarily tell them what to do. I let them make the decisions, because litigation or any kind of legal issue is an emotional issue. I'd have to say my biggest fan is my wife and my daughter. Fans, I should say, but probably my wife more so. My wife, who's also an attorney, retired, she appreciates what I go through. She understands, and she's always had my back. In my spare time, I like gardening. I like spending a lot of time in the yard, planting and cutting the grass and taking care of the yard. I think if I had to do anything else, it would probably be a teacher. I did do some adjunct professor teaching at Fairleigh Dickinson several years ago. I like the fact that it's hands-on, that you're making a difference in people's lives, that you're teaching people something, and I found it very rewarding. So that would probably be, other than being an attorney, that would probably be the other career I would pursue.